For being cut off from the surface, this isn't too bad. A flush stool. Seems like the tighteners on the piping need to be unturned correctly to drain the flush stool. That's the kind of trouble you really want to wash away. The board mainly has posts from those that used to work at the chug yard back in the days gone. They don't make much sense these days. Not much more to say about the board, but Gizmo is holed up in the underyard here working on that Mekton of his. The Toxanol Corporation used to run chugger-chuggers out of here, big machines on rails with smokestacks that fouled the air. The rails used to be filled with chugs packed tight with two-leggeds, like guppos in a tin. You're on the right track. Keep your eyes open. Chop it up. tribe's always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. Ready to take on the world. You're half dead. Flash the slash. Shot through. Bomper Bonkers busy ram-banging the door. This is your chance. Wiped out. Stylish as stylish can be. Not going to happen with your key energy level. Tribes always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. Cutting edge. Bomper Bonkers busy? Let's see. It's time for an adventure, for good or bad. Pow! A quick end. Yes, you can do anything. The sky's the limit. Now, let's take this back to Earth. Wow, you really took that all the way down to the end, in flames. It's a wonder some of these up and downs still work. Guess they built machines better in the past. The spent nuclear fuel that Toxanol dumped in the surf had detrimental effects on the marine habitats, while the overflowing landfills contaminated the groundwater. Combined, this sent their world hurtling on an inevitable road to ruin. I need to brush up on my Wando, but I have a feeling he believes it was you that caused the bang at the yard. Oh, and he says he knows you. You used to call him Gizmo. He gave you the oil-greased hands when he taught you how to upcycle. Gizmo remembers you as a nice kidling, and he can still sense the warmth of your good heart. But Gizmo says how you experience a memory can be different. You know the story, but sometimes the truth it brings is personal. It carries so much hate, and its insatiable hunger has only increased over the years since it claimed revenge on your parents. Gizmo says he also has re-memories from the long gone, but unlike you, he doesn't think of the past, for it's gone. He understands history made Loopin a big part of your past, your present, and soon, your future. You still believe there's some good in everyone. You still have hope for tomorrow. He says you should know that what's meant to be will always find a way. Gizmo understands you still have strong feelings, but urges you to keep them under control. You've witnessed firsthand what it'll lead to.
Yes, that's the way. No arguing with that.
Sometimes your gut is flat out wrong.
Don't ever doubt yourself. You are number one.
Even the dark knows you're better than this.
Stick with me. We'll rule the world.
Would like to know if you ever doubt the choices you made on the path that brought you to this point. Would you have been happy? Figures you're either a rare person or a good liar. Maybe both. Sad to see the Tree of Life is going to die and take everything with it, but it's not like he didn't expect it. Understands why you're bent on finishing the world off. Supposes it's a mercy to make it faster. Wonders if you liked working with the Jagni. They always hunker down in their homes, gathering their things around them. Says things are important, but life's maybe a lot more so. But that's not important now. Gizmo says it's taken a long time to bring the past up to the present, and where you go from here is up to you. You need to set the past aside, at least for now. He can't leave the underyard as he has no protection against the vacuum in the dead zone, so you need to salvage scrap to upcycle the Mekton, starting with the old crate outside. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the Mekton strong enough to fight the Jumbo Puff. That's what he decided to call it after he saw it for the first time. It's big and fluffy. That's accurate enough. If you can see past the blue color, that is. Control your destiny, or someone else will. That's an improvement. They're short of breath and death to this zone. Better take care. He who half breathes, half lives. That's the leftover you're looking for. It's quieter here, away from the sky. Biohazard makes your skin crawl. Let gravity do the work for you. Take it as easy as you can. He says that's enough to get the Mekton functional. You'll have an engine, a fuel soaker, a gun and a gathering net, but no armor, nor enough oxygen supply. Something he devised to salvage valuables from the ground. There are usually spots hidden beneath puddles of oily goo where you can use the net. He's been working on another project for the Mekton, a cannon, but it needs ammunition, And by that he means the scripts. He says if they're trained right, they'll turn into a distraction for the jumbo puff. The best way to find scripts is to go talk to Moog. He knows the ins and outs of every breathing thing left alive after the apocalypse. Unfortunately, this means you'll have to venture farther out into the dead zone than Moog's camp on the steep depot. Once you find Moog, he'll be able to give you directions to where you'll find scripts. It's a little feisty and tough critter, a perfect fit for a live ammunition, if you ask him. Looks like the switches need to be turned to match so enough charge can flow through the conductors. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. The day is getting on. You found the whereabouts, the deepest, darkest forest in the land, sometimes hard to see for all the trees. It's a Jagni tribe outpost. Gizmo wants to help if he can. He says you need to go find Moog's camp on the cliffside of Steep Depot in the Dead Zone. Wonders if you would have turned out better if your parents had been there for you. Gizmo wants to help if he can. Wouldn't be surprised if you met again. Don't lose your way in the blackness. That's a resource totem, a monument left behind by those that picked scrap, trying to keep the area clean.
Bullets everywhere.
Now that's a flesh wound. there's some scronky metal scrap for you. The darkness swallows everything at night. Close encounter. It's becoming terminal. Wow, that's good stuff. Worth going outside just to see the night sky. That's going to leave a mark. You're low on health. Refreshing. fading. It's a rare sight. Treasure it. Wildlife here is teetering on the brink of extinction. We all are. The meat-eater again. Nothing seems to satiate his hunger. The gnat is done for unless you intervene. Crit. Might want to hold your breath before you head any further. You're about to witness the breathtaking vistas of what's known as the Dead Zone. No time to graze, let's go. The village of Blubbermud, which is maybe as messy as it sounds. Let's see. Says you'll get a special price and a wrap-up on the double. Says you're in good company. Everyone needs a good deal. Always a deal to be made. Says it's a fine time to do things you don't want others to see. Says you should take care. Thinks the Jagni tribe has the most dedicated members. Says goodbye to you. Sure is dark out. Asks you to check out the wares, confident you... Suggests you take it easy. You won't strike a good deal here if you're in a hurry. Says it used to be you could enjoy a day without worrying about the world end and the bad bugs that come with it. Someone should clomp stomp the dark-dwelling gnats. They're so awful. The gnats are so awful they make it impossible to get around at night. Says the old kind didn't drain you dry and leave you to die. Points out they're dark-dwelling gnats. Look for them in the dark, smarty. Once they're gone, you can walk around in the dark parts again. Till then, better keep to the light than fight. Thinks that would be a perfect start. Sharp. There are places up... With our help, the tree could live a lot... Understands you have other places you need to go. So relieved you finally de-lifed those dark-dwelling gnats. Phew. Cheers that you're on the way to finish the world and yourself off. Has plenty to do, so no worries. Peddler is eager for you to have a look at the wares. Can sense you want to practice your skills at bartering. Spent it right. Bagged that. You got the best of that. We all share the same destiny. Destruction or survival. Looks snug. Thinks you ought to get some rest while the honest work. Feels bad you were abandoned as a kid and sees what that did to you. Don't forget the past. Learn from it. Seems strong enough?
You leggen kul ma me bellepö.
Says you look completely unpredictable.
Babu pi paja kukkulema.
زاد العقل فرد عجيناي كلف حلف دوارني
Offers.
كيف بيجاب دستيا
Says there's usually a line, but today... The night is ending soon. That over there is Steepo Depot, the cliffside that Moog hangs on to. Not the easiest way to get up. Never take air for granted again. Keep filling your air holes. That over there is Steepo Depot. Keep hauling yourself into the air.
Inmo. Diava.
Let's see.
Papa Zulu Yamafore Domedahunka.
This one's impressed to see you out here. He figured you'd be dead by now. Not many are as tough and clever as you must be.
Yamafore Domedahunka.
Says a monster hunter hears many things on the wind.
Kaffee.
Moog says that all your power doesn't do you a bit of good if you're not willing to pull the trigger when the time comes. You might have a steady aim, but you need to be sure that you pick your targets with care. It's hard to make those life or death decisions for others, but someone's got to do it. Otherwise, claims he mostly kills whoever he doesn't like. Worries that when the world dies, there won't be any monsters left. What will he shoot then? Gets why you're thinning the herd so hard, but he wishes you'd leave some monsters for everybody else. Approves of you working with the Jagni. They have the hunting spirits of a flock of hawks. Mostly they don't actually hunt. They just help spot monsters for him. But enough of that, right? He says the wildlife, nature, has changed and turned against us. Instincts of survival took over when the world changed. He's not sure about their veggie diet anymore, and if it's changed, who knows what it's done with the chemical composition of their body output. Right now, though, he feels he's come to a point where he's got a pretty clear idea on the where. Says he's not sure, but if you're going to hunt something, it seems a waste not to eat it. Moog says you must learn to walk before you can run. It takes practice before you can call yourself a monster hunter. Fortunately for you, he can help. He understands you need to start off with something small before you go big. There's no better place to start than a squip cave. Hunt thinks you have bigger issues than your so-called haunting skills if you're going to nitpick on his grammar.